The end is nigh! For the few surviving teams in the SFL minor league, the postseason looms. But the dance card for the SFLm postseason has one spot left, and one team here tonight could still foxtrot into the playoffs as the Madison Lynx take on the Ottawa Cavalry. Good evening, happy SFLm game night to you. My name is Josh Zirkle, your play-by-play announcer for the evening. And joining me tonight, here in the nation up north, one of Canada's own native sons, Brett Solberg. Brett, Madison can still reach the playoffs with a win tonight and some help. What do you expect to see from the Lynx as the Cavalry stand between them and a postseason berth?
I think it's pretty simple from what you saw last week's game from Madison. It's going to be P2D, and I ain't talking point to discover, but I'm talking Price to Denabola as they connected for 214 yards and one touchdown off 9 receptions between the two there. As for Ottawa, they're looking to play spoilers here and prevent Madison from heading to the playoffs. This is going to be a great game.
And we will have update on the other action around the SFLm tonight. Congratulations to the Birmingham Fuel, getting it in the nick of time, their first SFLm win of the season. And if you are a Fuel player, coach, staff, and you want to keep the party going in this chat, you are more than welcome. So glad to have you here with us in Ottawa tonight. And we are set to get underway. Ottawa wearing their home reds with dark pants. Madison wearing their road whites with orange pants. And here we go. The regular season finale for SFLm kicks off and continues on. Oh, and there's a shot right there. As Ottawa's going to take this at their own 28-yard line. That's a way to start the game. And that is Jamal Carter returning that kick, Brett.
And it was a bone-crushing hit, like you said before. And now we're going to see the action of Scar Patterson, who at this current moment before the game started was second in the league in passing yards, but had a quiet game last week with only 161 on the board.
Was leading the league in touchdowns at one point as well. And he will start in a pro set to begin this drive. Short drop, no, it's a draw. Handing off to Adrian Ellis. So let's go ahead and meet the Ottawa Cavalry offense. The quarterback is number 9, Scar Patterson. At halfback, number 24, Adrian Ellis. The wide receivers are number 17, Ryan Roosevelt, and number 19, Josh Stiles. The tight end, number 88, Rupert Westcloud. And at tackle, number 72, Perrin Ibarra. Offset I for 2nd and 10. Patterson under center. Madison getting shifty on the defensive side. To Ellis, gets the call again. Ellis up the middle. And Ellis with a nice gain to get his team in 3rd and medium.
And it's a good start to see Adrian Ellis in action here. And he also had a pretty great game against Birmingham last week. 27 carries for 156 yards and a touchdown, along with 4 receptions for 16 yards. He was all over the place last week, and it's good to see him here.
Absolutely. Now 3rd and 5. Ellis will take a rest. As Patterson goes to the spread. Deep drop on 3rd and 5. Throw it to the left side. That is caught. And into the left sideline is number 80, Harry Harper, the backup wide receiver, coming out in that 4-wide set. And Ottawa moves the chains, 1st and 10.
When you come to a 4-wide set, it gives more options for Patterson to throw, and that's exactly what happened here. His main targets were gone, but fortunately this time, he found his receiver to get that first down.
Patterson will go back to the offset eye here on this first down, and Ellis again gets the call. A lot of Ellis so far, and Ellis loose on the right side, has a first down and more, and he is comfortably into plus territory. Big run by Adrian Ellis.
And at this point, it's a 31-yard line. They're already pretty close to field goal range at this point. Adrian Ellis with a great run on the outside. His blockers, both from the offensive line and his receivers, giving him plenty of space to run. And Ellis starting off basically where he left off against Birmingham, getting big yardages. And it looks like he's going to be on pace for another 100-plus game here.
Gain of 28. Ottawa got that huge block on Stephen Black right at the line of scrimmage to help spring Ellis. You see the numbers there already. Now at the Madison 31, arguably within field goal range here for Ottawa. Short drop by Patterson over the middle. That is caught. It's Westcloud, and Westcloud has another first down. First catch of the game for Rupert Westcloud, the tight end.
And with tight ends in the SFLm, you're going to see a lot of them either get 1st or 2nd down catches here just immediately for the first down, and that's exactly what you saw here. Basically just a streak route down to the middle of the field to get that first down.
A very handsome drive by Ottawa to begin this game. Ellis, the lone setback now. Twins to the top of your screen. Only 6 in the box for Madison. They've got 5 DBs on the field. Patterson, short drop over the middle again. And that is caught. And I believe that is Wes Claude again, his second consecutive catch. This one just a little short of the first down, 2nd and 2.
And if they're going to leave him open like that, you might as well throw it to Wes Claude and see what happens. This time it was a short catch and got a little bit more gainage on there, but sets up a second and medium situation inside the 10. Playbook wide open here.
Brett, we are seeing a plethora of gainage from this Ottawa offense. On this opening drive, Ellis gets the call again. Has to bounce it outside, but he's popped behind the line of scrimmage. It's Stephen Black with the TFL. And Black makes it 3rd and medium.
And we've seen a lot of Stephen Black getting a lot of tackles for losses throughout the season. He had 3 of them last week, and he adds another one onto the board here to send them back outside the 10-yard line. Let's see what Ottawa's response is here.
A pivotal 3rd down for both teams here. Madison will stay in that nickel in the red zone. Ellis up the middle, gets the call, and he's held up short of the line to gain. It was Black again, and a host of others making the stop on Ellis, and they come up short, 4th and 2.
And that just looked to be a little bit of a miscommunication job there from the offensive line. And it looks like they're looking to jump on 4th down of this Ottawa Cavalry.
They're lining up for a play here. We'll see if Patterson actually decides to run it. Would be not quite unprecedented aggression here in SFLm. We have seen this film before, and we usually know how it ends. With a hard count and a timeout. Now, we'll burn that first timeout, Brent.
We've seen this quite a few times early on in the game when teams are trying to continue their momentum. They're looking to jump the defensive line, but a lot of defenses, they've been pretty smart to the hard counts here, staying behind the line of scrimmage. And in this instance, just the same here. And now Ottawa probably looking to kick a field goal, a short field goal for potentially 3 points.
And there is George Murphy, 5'10", 180, and they will line up. And as they do so, we will introduce the Ottawa defense, or the Madison defense, The defensive end, number 69, John Lally. At defensive tackle, number 76, Chance Wall. The inside linebacker, number 51, Leon Thunderman. The outside linebackers, Stephen Black, Nathaniel Diggs. At corner, Jay Rock. The free safeties are Michael Lister and Kenny Miller. And the strong safety, Adrian Blaine. As George Murphy gets out the lob wedge with the chip shot, and Ottawa's up 3-0. Great drive to start the game, Brett. What's that?
Did you think that was a 56-degree lob wedge there?
It's probably the 60-degree lob wedge with 12 degrees of bounce. No way you can get under the ball. You're not popping it off the turf. And now Madison, on their first drive of the game, will start at their own 27. Hugh McClenny. And he is a busier guy than you might otherwise think, especially on the special team side, but also on the offensive side as well, as Ottawa finds points on their first drive of the game to make it 3-0. Madison, their playoff lives on the line here. And it's Eric Price starting in the shotgun at 1st and 10. Low snap, but he handles it. Has time to throw. Goes over the middle now, and that is off the face mask and hands of the Madison receiver, 2nd and 10.
And Madison looking early on to get a little bit of a comeback started on here with Eric Price and the empty set shotgun formation. Just passed it right to the fella's noggin there, unfortunately. 2nd down.
I think that was the backup tight end, Sean Baker, with that inauspicious debut. Now heavy set here on 2nd and 10. Trey Fennick, the deep back. They go play action. They throw to the left side. That is caught. And look who it is at Essex, Denny Bola. And that is Denny Bola's first catch of the game.
And we're going to see more than just one catch from Denny Bola. Like I said before, they saw each other 9 times last week. But huge yardages expected to come from Denny Bola. This one, just a short 7-yard gain, if I have to say 7 is short.
He's a great intermediate to short route runner. A black belt of the out route already. Price, play action again on 3rd and 3, and that is caught. And look who it is, Essex Denny Bola, but back-to-back catches, and Madison moves the chains on their opening drive.
And like you said here, it's the master of the out route there. This time it was on the right side essentially it's a great find from Price, getting him essentially to the right spot, throwing the ball, and Denabola with a great catch, dragging the feet, even though he probably had still like 6 to 8 inches of space between himself and the out of bounds line. And now Madison has a first down.
The toe tap does look good. It can't be helped. And we go back to the heavy set here as Madison closing in on midfield. Price, play action again. Throwing again to Denabola, and Denabola is out of bounds after another gain of 7. Brent, how about that? I think we know how this one ends as well.
It's out route, and it's a great start for Madison here. It's a chip away from Madison, but they love chipping away. You saw it a lot last week in their last game against Lexington, and this week it's much of the same for the deep ball, though, in the next few plays.
After ringing the first pass of the game off the face mask of a player, Price is now connected on 3 straight, and it's Denabola again. And Madison just nickel and diming this Ottawa defense to death. Another first down.
I mean, if you keep leaving them open on the out route, you might as well throw it, right? That's 4 straight that we've seen on the out routes, probably all around the 7 to 8 yard range. And Madison's just chipping away down the field, like you said, and making the defense tired. That's a key thing.
Trips to the bottom of your screen here. Denabola, the interior slot back. And that is thrown. No, excuse me. He's at the top of the screen. And on the post route, Price let him just a little bit too much. That is his first drop. Bit unfair to call that a drop, in my opinion. And he might share that sentiment. 2nd and 10.
That's a dangerous defensive play by the free safety there, Leland Nichols, because I felt there might have been a little bit of pass interference in that one there. I would say he's very lucky not to have that yellow flag be thrown.
Power eye, Trey Fennick in the backfield, along with Paul Rambo. Price complete, and that is number 88, Justice Blackwell, and Blackwell has his first catch of the game.
And, you know, as much as we talk about Denabola, we can't forget about Justice Blackwell, because he's just as capable of catching these long balls. This time it was just a post route to the outside, a great catch, a little bit extra run on there, and now Ottawa inching closer and closer to the red zone here.
Blackwell getting the better of backup safety Leland Nichols. And now twins to the top of your screen on the offset eye. Price perhaps making some adjustments here on Madison's first drive of the game. And there's the handoff to Trey Fennick. And Fennick breaks the tackle and gets loose to the 10, 5, touchdown. Madison is on the board, but a flag on the play.
And we have to check out how this flag's going to be played here, but a great run by Fennick.
And they're calling a late hit. The touchdown will stand. Trey Fennick finding the end zone on the first drive of the game. And they get a free 15 to boot. Maybe we'll see the penalty here.
Oh, that one's really tough.
Clearly. Well, Reside had the angle. That's Justin Reside, the free safety. And was not playing the angle toward the pylon, but 2 or 3 steps into the end zone. I think that's a good call. You may not agree, Brett.
Yeah, when it comes to late hit calls, it really depends on the referee when it comes to how much time you're given before you can get the hit there, and I feel like it's just a little bit too quick to throw that flag out.
Joseph Bumgardner will attempt the extra point. With 4:44 to play here in the first quarter. And that kick is good, and Madison, with their playoff lives at stake, they lead 7-3.
And a good response by the Madison offense here to score 7 right away after Ottawa basically threatening on their first drive to score 7 themselves, limiting them to 3, and basically showing them how it's done to get 7.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan and fantasy, and Ottawa will put the ball at their 29-yard line to start this drive.
The 30-yard line around there, a little bit ahead, a little bit behind. It's pretty common what you see there from special teams units, so a good run by the special teams unit player there.
Patterson will start in the shotgun at 1st and 10. Westclaw and twin wideouts to the bottom of your screen. And he will throw. Dealing to the right side, and that is caught. And that is number 19, Josh Stiles. And Ottawa going to the hurry up. We see them do this quite a bit, Brett.
Yeah, they like their quick run and gun here.
Patterson again handles a low snap on second down. Hit as he's thrown. That is incomplete, and they will hurry back up for 3rd and 5.
Yeah, they're trying to get this defense tired real quickly so that they can give him a lethal dose here.
Patterson again has time. Throwing to the left side. Throws into triple coverage. It's on the back of the defensive back, and then finally falls to the turf. Kenny Miller had the ball like a parakeet on his shoulder for about 3.5 seconds, but could not haul it in.
You have to think that Kenny Miller in his mind was going, where the ball at? As it bobbles on his basically right on his back, bobbling on his back, bouncing probably 6, 7, 8, 693 times. It's like basically a hot potato on his own back, and nobody managed to catch it there. Just a crazy play.
Ulysses Yale, the backup defensive back, credited with the deflection. And Kenny Miller, the darling of highlight reels to come and blooper reels to boot. But they get the stop, and Ottawa will punt this away from their own 34. Aiden Loft will kick this away with no pressure. McClenny returns it to the 30. And Brett Madison found the end zone on their first drive. Do you think they could do it again?
Well, if they continue where they left off on offense and basically getting what they wanted, absolutely. If the out routes keep coming to be open like they did here, it's going to keep coming.
Price will start under center on 1st and 10. Nickel look for Ottawa. 5 defensive backs in the game for them. Short drop by Price, goes to the left side. Denny Bola has to make an adjustment on the catch, but does get positive yardage. His 5th catch of the day, 2nd and 9.
And this time it was a short out route instead of one of those longer out routes there. Had to adjust on the jumping catch there, had to fall behind a few yards, but like you said, still had the wherewithal to get himself ahead of the line of scrimmage to even get positive yardage.
2nd and 9 now. Blackwell to the bottom of your screen. And Paul Rambo checks back in. And it is Trey Fennick who gets blocks on the first level. He's very close to the line to gain. And while we have a second, let's meet the Madison Lynx offense. The quarterback, it's number 5, Eric Price. At halfback, number 23, Trey Fennick. The fullback, number 21, Paul Rambo. The wide receivers are number 11, Essex Denny Bola, and number 88, Justice Blackwell. The tight end, number 44, Jim Copeland Jr., and at guard, number 67, Mitchell Witters. Price, play action on 3rd and 3. Under pressure, and down he goes. Price takes a sack. The Ottawa pass rush gets home, and that is number 91, Mike Bellotti, who flexes over the fallen quarterback.
And that was just an absolute swarm from the Ottawa defense there. You'll also see number 92 on that play, Mitch Trunk, getting a little bit of pressure there too. And when you have 2 or 3 defenders in the face of the quarterback, it's going to be hard to throw that ball out, which what happened here.
And now it'll be Madison with their own 3 and out. And they will punt it away. Pressure coming, but Ellis gets it away. Vermillion running backwards. Where are you going, buddy? The end zone's the other way.
Yikes.
And Vermillion, in a rare special team snafu, loses yardage on the punt return. I can't remember the last time I've seen that, Brett.
Now, I can understand why he was doing it. He was trying to get around the swarm of Madison special teams defenders there. But when there's a swarm of about 8 or 9 guys, you might as well just run ahead and see how much yardage you can get instead of falling back like he did here.
So Ottawa will start at the 26. Patterson throwing to the bunch formation, and it's bobbled by a couple of Madison players and then finally falls incomplete. Westclaw, the intended receiver, 2nd and 10.
And that was a good job by Terrence Pearson there, along with the free safety. It looked like Justin Reside there as well, to get basically a double coverage on that corner route to the right side of the field to deflect the ball, because that was probably their first deep play that we've seen out of Ottawa so far in this game.
It almost looked like Patterson let it rip before he had a beat on what the coverage was. 2nd and 10, Ellis gets the call. And Ellis breaks a tackle at the second level, and he's going to get good yardage to make this 3rd and 4, an inspired run by Ellis.
And we saw Ellis earlier on their first drive get a couple runs here, and then a lot of passes from Scar Patterson. So it's good to see Ellis still going through the motions here, getting great yardage going down the field for Ottawa.
A manageable 3rd down here for Ottawa. Michael Foreman checks in at fullback. Patterson, short drop over the middle. Hit in the head is Josh Stiles. Like he didn't even see the ball, and that's incomplete, and Ottawa will punt again.
And that was a quick post routes from both players, Josh Stiles and Ryan Roosevelt there, basically meeting in the middle. And Patterson just threw it a little bit too nice, hit Stiles, and then what looked like it was intended for Roosevelt, unfortunately. And now Ottawa has to punt it right back to Madison.
His 2nd straight 3 and out for the Cavalry. Madison getting it done on the defensive side. No pressure on the punt from Loft. McClenny from the 29. He'll get a few. Madison will take over at the 33-yard line. 3 consecutive 3 and outs from both teams now. The defense making their presence felt here, Brett.
And after the first 2 drives ended up in points there, both defenses from Madison and Ottawa are shoring up a little bit, and they're stopping key passes essentially from first downs, which is great to see if you're a defensive coordinator.
Price out of the shotgun here at 1st and 10. Time to throw. Big throw over the middle and deflected and nearly picked off. A couple of red jerseys had their hands on that. Justin Reeside, credit with the deflection, 2nd and 10.
And we saw a lot of this from Madison last week, which was that deep post route down the middle, Price to Denabola. Last week, it was a easy success for Madison, but this time on this play, Ottawa read it perfectly, deflect the pass off, and now it's a 2nd and 10.
And Denabola headlining the bunch formation at the top of your screen. Nickel look for Ottawa. Trey Fennick in the backfield. Price, short drop. Look for Denabola there, finds him. And out of bounds, and the out route returns, Brett, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, and if it keeps working, you keep going with it. I have no problem with Madison going with an out route after a deep incompletion on that one there. Just a great read of the play from the Madison offense.
And now a 3rd and long here for Madison. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Copeland, the tight end, on the right side as well. Price throwing over the middle, and that is bobbled and knocked down. And Madison again getting their hands on it. That's Kay Shine with the incomplete. And with 4th and 6, the punt team will come on, and let's introduce this Ottawa Cavalry defense. At defensive end, number 91, Mike Bellotti. The defensive tackle, number 50, T.C. Turner. You just saw the inside linebacker, number 55, Kay Shine. The outside linebackers, number 54, Declan O'Rourke. And number 96, Stephon Forge. The cornerback, number 26, Terrence Pearson. At free safety, number 21, Justin Reeside. And at strong safety, number 32, Harry Husky. Punt is away. Fair catch called by Vermillion. And after his last performance, I got to say that was a great decision. 1st and 10, Ottawa.
Got to keep it conservative after losing 10 yards on his last return there. And now Ottawa has a better field position than they did last time. And they can kind of set up whatever they want here.
A defensive tug of war happening as we are winding down in the first quarter here. Scar Patterson in the shotgun on 1st and 10. 5 wide receivers. Patterson throwing over to the left side, and that is dropped or incomplete. Looking for Vermillion, who could not make the catch. 2nd and 10.
You know, what's interesting from both quarterbacks, what's happening, especially in these last 3 to 4 drives, is that it's just passes are being deflected. And you don't really see that from these two quarterbacks since, as of this past week, they're number 1 and 2 in passing yards.
And it's not typical to see from a lot of defenses here, at least of this magnitude and this quantity. Short drop from Patterson on 2nd and 10, and that is deflected at the line. The defensive lineman getting in on the act here. Intended for Josh Stiles. Now 3rd and 8. Or was that a catch?
I don't know how to interpret that. It could be a short catch, I think.
Well, it wouldn't surprise the way this game's been going. It wouldn't surprise me they got 2 yards on an incompletion. But it is 3rd and 8. Patterson
Oh.
under pressure, and Patterson goes down. Tremendous sack by Madison at just the right time. I believe that is number 90, Justin Marland. And Marland catches himself a big fish there and gets Ottawa off the field again. Our 5th consecutive 3 and out in this game.
No defensive lineman getting to Marland on that one. Just straight line to Patterson. That's the easiest sack you'll have all season.
Aiden Loft at his own 10-yard line. No pressure from Madison. Punt is away. And McClenny feels the wrath of the Ottawa special teams unit. But Madison, nice field position to start this drive. They'll be at their own 40, 1st and 10.
And with only 60 yards to work with, 60 yards to work with on there, just a short field for this Madison team that could basically kill you in one play.
We mentioned Madison needs help to get in the playoffs. They need a win to here, and they need a loss from Salt Lake City. Facing Albuquerque, and now Price goes down. And that is number 55, Kay Shine, put in the hurt. No, excuse me, number 50, that's TC Turner. My apologies, TC. You the man on that play, 2nd and 18.
And basically 2 plays, except for the punt there, ending in pretty easy sacks. TC Turner getting easy access to Eric Price there, leading to the sack.
Not a great start to the drive, especially for hoping to buck the trend of the 3 and outs happening in this game. And this will be the last play of the first quarter. Deep drive by Price, and that is caught. And that is Copeland. No, excuse me, that's Blackwell coming through, and that is the end of the first quarter. The teams have to switch sides, but you could stay right there. More SFLm action coming your way. You're watching the SFL Minor League on YouTube. And Brett, a nice catch there by Justice Blackwell. Put his body on the line and put his team in a situation to get a first down and keep this drive going.
Yeah, with Eric Price throwing, darts at passes and passing it where he wants it to be, Blackwell was just a little bit behind and got a sliding catch on that. Excellent to see, and now it's a 3rd and manageable.
Paul Rambo checks back in. Another drop by Price. 4-man rush from Ottawa. The pressure gets home again. And Price goes down. It's TC Turner again. Proud TC keep on burning. His 2nd sack of the drive. And now Madison will punt again.
That looked like a combination sack from Turner and Mike Bellotti there. I would credit them both half a sack, I would say.
Pressure coming. Punt is away. And now Vermillion takes a shot there. And we've just seen a little bit of everything, of the variety of punt returns from Cole Vermillion. The foible, the fair catch, and the blast in the face. 1st and 10 Ottawa from their own 21-yard line. And we are scoreless in Albuquerque right now. We will continue to update you on that game as it progresses. Patterson on 1st and 10 lobs it up there for Westclaw. Westclaw makes the catch, and he's got a first down out there by the numbers. Rupert Westclaw moving the chains.
And when you have a pass like what Scar Patterson gave to Westclaw there, you have to sling it right away, and that's exactly what happened. Not a lot of thought came to that, and McLeod with basically the wherewithal to grab that catch with one hand and keep a hold of it while he's getting swarmed by 2 defenders. An excellent, excellent catch by McLeod.
The arm of Leon Thunderman trying in vain to knock down that pass, and he could have been any closer than he was. And now Patterson will deal on 1st and 10, and that is caught. And I believe that's Ellis lined up as a wide receiver. Yes, it is. A gain of 6 for the running back, making a catch there, 2nd and 4.
It's a nice little dump pass to the right there. When all your options are covered up, you go right to the running back on that pass. You see a lot of it in the SFL, especially with these hybrid running backs here. Good to see this pass.
Foreman back in the game. Patterson throwing over the middle. Big shot. And that is caught. A tremendous catch over the middle by Ryan Roosevelt. You go, young man. 1st and 10, Madison is finding this offense, encroaching into their own territory, Brett.
And you know what? I love this Ottawa drive so far. They are playing what many would think is dangerous football here with these passes, but if they catch it, it's effective. You love these passes coming out. Another great catch, and further down the field, Ottawa goes.
Scar Patterson unleashing the dragon here on this drive in the second quarter.
Yeah,
Madison jumps off sides. Ellis is going to get tackled for a loss, but the stop will be for naught as offsides on Madison will give Ottawa a free play here. Obviously, the Cavalry will accept the penalty. And that is just a cost of doing business sometimes. Dean Lear, the offender on that play.
It's an unfortunate jump off the left side for Lear.
Unfortunate in so many ways. Patterson, short drop, going over the middle again, loving that. And this time Thunderman does get a hand on it with the deflection. And Ottawa will hurry up 2nd and 5. Westclaw taking his time getting back into his stance. There's the handoff to Ellis. And Ellis met at the line of scrimmage. That was Adrian Blaine, the strong safety, coming to the line to make that tackle. And Blaine will line back up along with the Madison defense for 3rd and 5. Patterson over the middle. Westclaw again. And Westclaw has a first down. And Ottawa's in the red zone, and the hurry up continues, Brett.
And they're getting them tired. That's what you want from this no huddle offense here.
Patterson, 5-step drop, throw into Ellis. Ellis has it. Can he get a block? No, he can't. He'll actually lose a yard there. That was Nathaniel Diggs, who's been on the team for 2 weeks, making that tackle. And Ottawa will hurry it up again. 2nd and 11. Patterson, pump fake, throwing over the middle. Oh! That's intercepted. Jay Rock, who joined the team in week 2, playing outstanding coverage on Ryan Roosevelt, gets the inside of that transaction. And Madison takes points off the board with the red zone interception.
Yeah, with Ottawa threatening there, they were looking to go for pay dirt here, but J-Rock was basically on his guy the whole time, read the pass perfectly, and got the interception.
Hip to hip, J-Rock
There's a jump.
Coming up huge. There's a penalty there. And as you said, Brett, that will be coming back.
That was just unfortunate because they basically pinned that running back to the 1 there.
Neutral zone infraction, number 91. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, first down.
Dreams of safety dancing in the heads of those defensive linemen. You can forget about it now for the most part. After Mike Bellotti jumping off sides. And sometimes you just get excited. You can't help it.
Well, especially when you're going back on defense after your quarterback threw an interception there. Sometimes you're not ready for it.
So Madison will come out to the 9-yard line this time for 1st and 5, and Trey Fennick gets the call. And Fennick dragged down by a pair of defenders, including number 96. And now I have to get a new roster because he's not on there.
It's Stephon Forge.
It is Stephon Forge, excuse me. Stephon, you are on my roster. I just don't know how to look at things, apparently. 2nd and 3. Ottawa in the nickel set. And Trey Fennick has a first down. And Madison incrementally getting out of the shadow of their own goalpost with 6.5 to play here in the first half.
You know, with Trey Fennick getting shut down in the last couple plays there, we take one play away because of the jump there, but Trey Fennick on the last 2 run attempts that he had was basically shut down. This time he got ahead a little steam first down.
Heavy set for Madison. Play action. And he's sacked. Barrick Price goes down. And that is Mike Bellotti again, getting a free piggyback ride. And now dancing over the fallen body of the Madison quarterback. It's 2nd and 13.
That's one of those big brother jump on your back kind of moments where Price doesn't expect it and he basically has to fall at that point.
Denny Bull at the bottom of your screen. Price, 5-step drop. And Price is sacked again. Stepped up in the pocket. but could not escape the rush. And who is that? That's number 54, Declan O'Rourke. O'Rourke coming up with a big sack, and it's third and very long.
And you see there once again on the swarm, it was Declan O'Rourke on the sack, but right beside him was TC Turner. He's been a threat so far this first half.
Turner's been in the backfield quite regularly. You're going to start to get his mail delivered there. Price on third and long from the goal line, and that throw is incomplete, intended for Denny Bola. And on the coverage there is number 25, Leyland Nichols, the backup free safety who has made a play or two already.
And, you know, there was that pass deflection on there, but I have to give credit to the Ottawa defensive line once again, swarming to Price, pushing him back even further, and basically applying as much pressure as possible, forcing him to throw basically at the goal line there. Just a great drive so far from the Ottawa defensive line.
And at 4th and 18, we will see Pete Ellis lining up just inches from that goalpost. As you see there, no pressure. Ellis gets it away. And Vermillion from the Madison 40 takes a shot but gets this out to the 36. Great field position for Ottawa to start this drive with 5:03 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, you want to talk about good field positions here with that Ottawa defensive line pushing them back inside the 10, forces a very shallow punt from in the end zone there. And 36 yards for most offenses, that's not a lot.
Ottawa did drive into the red zone on their opening drive of the game, but came away with only 3 points instead of 7. Can they do better here? Ellis on 1st and 10, and Ellis stopped behind the line. A pair of Madison defenders, including Leon Thunderman, there to make the stop, 2nd and long.
And that was just basically every defensive player get to blitz in there, and that's exactly what happened. Leon Thunderman getting to Ellis early and pushing him back 2 yards to set up a 2nd and long.
This would be a 55-yard field goal from here. This would test the range of Ottawa kicker George Murphy. Ottawa wants to do a little better here. Patterson throwing to Ellis on 2nd down. And Ellis has a couple, but takes another shot. The Madison defense flying furiously. It's Jay Rock who flew in and made the hit to make it 3rd and 10.
Now, this is a good response from the Madison defense, basically saying, well, if this Ottawa defense is going to apply pressure, why not we apply the pressure? And that's exactly what we're seeing here from the defense.
4 wide receivers for Ottawa. Deep drop. Patterson steps up in the pocket, gets the ball away somehow. Ooh. And that is outside the range of Josh Stiles. Patterson making an impressive effort, avoiding the sack there. I'm about that surprised. And now it's 4th down. And what are we going to see here, Brett?
I think we're going to see a coffin corner punt here. I don't think they quite rely on the leg of their kicker there. Just a very unfortunate incompletion there from Josh Stiles. He dove for it, just missed it by, I would say, 2-3 inches.
And Aiden Loft will kick this from the logo. Punt is away. There was pressure. And this will drop inside the 10-yard line. It got a chance to get it close. And Ottawa coming up huge on the special team side. And look at this. This is number 38, Central McCullum, doing the Willie Mays, looking over the shoulder. And finally corrals the ball inside the 5-yard line. Tremendous. They're going to spot this at the 2. And Madison, once again, trying to operate in their own end zone.
Watch for the Ottawa pressure here from the defensive line.
Paul Rambo in the backfield with Fennick. Fennick gets the call. Straight up the field. He'll get maybe a yard or 2. Jim Conway on the tackle, 2nd and 8.
And Ottawa's looking to apply that pressure from the defensive line. They're pretty much really close to that goal line there. They want to get the 2 points from the safety and the ball back. So we're going to see a lot of pressure from this Ottawa defensive line.
Here comes the heavy set. Sean Baker in the backfield with Rambo and Fennick. Fennick again. And Fennick does not fare much better here. He'll get a couple yards. But it's 3rd and 6. And Madison just trying to get a little bit of breathing room, but the room is very hard to come by right now.
That's exactly what it is they're just trying to get as much out as possible because the pass inside the 5 is so dangerous because if he gets sacked, that's a safety. and they're just running the ball down, trying to get closer.
Rambo will stay in. Fennick again, and Fennick this time gets some room and puts it on the ground. And Ottawa recovers. Well, no. Madison somehow, I think that was number 60, JT Bullard for Madison that recovered that ball. I could have sworn Ottawa fell on it.
Yeah, and it looked like Ottawa fell on it, but they just missed the ball. It looked like number 91 on that play, Mike Bellot. We've seen a lot of him so far. Just slid, and the football hit his little tuchus on that one. And unfortunately for Ottawa, they don't get the ball, and now there's some more breathing room for Madison after that Fennick drive.
Missed opportunity for the Cavalry. And Price will throw here for the first time on this drive, and that is caught. And that is Blackwell again, Justice Blackwell. A nice gain on first down. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2.
And it's good to see Justice Blackwell getting more involved, especially from last week when he only had 4 receptions for 21 yards, was just the short man on this one here. Blackwell looks like his already 3rd reception in this game.
We reached a 2-minute warning. Madison trying to do a little business before time expires in the first half. Their playoff lives on the line. Ottawa looking for their 3rd win of the season. Who will prevail? Thank you so much for joining us for SFLm action here on YouTube. Josh Zirkle with Brett Solberg, Cameron Irvine in the truck. And Trey Fennick will run on the left side. He has a first down and more. He's out to the 33-yard line and a fresh set of downs for the Lynx.
And that's what Madison needs, essentially, is just continue getting first downs here. And Trey Fennick dragging his defender along with him to continue moving forward. And you love to see the strength from running backs, especially when there's a lot of running back spots open in the SFL looking to get drafted here.
And some fine candidates coming out of SFLm that will hear their names called, quite a few of them, in the upcoming Season 17 draft. Price out of the shotgun on 1st and 10, throwing to the right side. And that is caught by Blackwell, and Blackwell fighting for the first down, and he gets it. Tremendous effort by Justice Blackwell, 1st and 10, Madison.
And exactly what you said. Tremendous effort from Blackwell, jumping to grab the catch, turning his body around, and pushing himself to the first down with 2 defenders on him. That's a grit and grind kind of wide receiver that you love to see.
Quick update out of Albuquerque. Salt Lake City trailing the Adams 7-0. Madison needs to win, and they need Salt Lake City to lose. Both of those playing out according to the plan so far, as Fennick will run for a couple, 2nd and 8.
There's a very short run there. Harry Husky managed to get that tackle on there. A good swarm by the Ottawa defense. Coming out. Both defenses have been pretty spectacular so far in this first half.
Fennick in a sidecar to Price in the shotgun. 3-man rush from Ottawa, pass deflected and nearly dropped and nearly picked off. It was dropped. Successfully dropped, dare I say. Jim Conway, among others, playing volleyball in the hook zone for Ottawa.
And we've seen it again. Another player that has the unfortunate instance of the football going on the top of his back, which is so rare to see in many games here, and we've seen it twice in this one alone.
Trips to the bottom of your screen for Madison. Short drop from Price, and that is caught. And that is Paul Rambo, the fullback, who was lined up as a wide receiver, making a huge catch. And Madison in plus territory. They're going to keep it up. Price will go down. And they're going to be forced to call timeout with 41 seconds remaining. Another big sack. Was that Bellotti again, or Bruce Horn, the backup defensive tackle?
And what is amazing from this Ottawa defense is that Madison doesn't allow too many sacks. Price was only sacked 3 times in his last game here. This time it's probably the 4th or 5th sack already in this first half. They're applying a lot of pressure on Eric Price, which is kind of shackled him a little bit, and we're not seeing the performance that we're used to from Price.
Rambo and Fennick flanking Price in the shotgun. Price, time to throw, and then out of time, and Madison will call timeout again. Another huge sack, back-to-back sacks for the Cavalry.
Just relentless pressure from this defense here. This time, We saw it from Mitch Trunk. We're seeing a lot of pressure coming from basically all members of the defensive line. They must all have, at some point, 1 sack each at this point.
3rd and 22. Madison back on their own half of the field. And Price is going to sling it. And that is caught. What a catch. And that is Essex Denibola, who is inside the 25.
And
inside
for
the 30.
as much as Ottawa is pushing Madison back, you always have to be careful with those deep passes. P2D, Price to Denibola, and we saw the connection here deep, which basically turned 2 major losses into a first down. That's how Madison's offense works, and they're going to need to continue doing this in this drive and in the second half.
We don't often see the speed of Essex Denibola. We saw it there, him outrunning Pearson and Reside. Price will throw to Fennick, and Fennick is going to take a big loss. And 1st and 10 there, they're back to the 30. 2nd and 13, clock continues to run. Madison out of timeouts.
And Leland Nichols with that key tackle there. Madison has to be quick if they want to get a play down. I would almost suggest getting the kicking unit out, which looks like they're going to do here.
And a hustled stance by Bumgarner. Time ticks away. 3 seconds. 2. Snap. The kick is up. And it's no good.
Ooh.
Bumgarner ran out. And you see where the kick is. It's about 45 yards and just missed it on the other side. And that is it for this first half. Madison looking to add points at the proverbial buzzer. Couldn't do it. The Ottawa defense holds. And Madison will take a 4-point lead into the locker room. Brett, your thoughts on the first half?
You know, after the first 2 drives that we saw in this game, first off being a field goal, and the second one was a Trey Fennick touchdown, you had to think to yourself, oh boy, this is going to be a high-scoring game. And then both defenses all of a sudden shored themselves up, limited passing plays, limited run plays, a lot of pass deflections that we saw here. And you know what? I feel like despite the score here, I feel like Ottawa has a little bit of the advantage because we've seen a lot more from Score Patterson than I would like to think from Eric Price, even though the stats say otherwise. It's just been a very competitively defensive game, which you don't see a lot in the late stages of an SFLm season. But in this game here, right now the game is defense.
And Ottawa, who had 4 mid-season additions to that defense, including Declan O'Rourke, who I think has had an outstanding 2.5 weeks here in SFLm. Justin Reside and the TC Turner, who we've been singing the praises of earlier in this game, Brett. They've just played an outstanding game, and Madison holding them to 7 points here, especially in the presence of that man, Essex Denibola. Just a very impressive effort by the Cavalry as they are looking for their 3rd win of the season.
And that gives a lot of credit to the Ottawa scouting unit to find these players in the middle of their season and basically making them impact players right away. So a great job by the scouting unit from Ottawa, as well as the defensive coordinator. They've really done a great job limiting the passing games for Madison.
Madison will start the 3rd quarter with the football. 4-point lead, their playoff lives at stake here. They need to win, and they need Salt Lake City to lose, who is doing their part for that effort right now as McClenny gets this punt out to the kickoff to the 29, In Ottawa, their postseason dreams having been extinguished, are looking to play the spoiler role at home tonight. Price from his own 29-yard line. Rambo and Fennick in the offset eye. And that is blown up immediately. And look who it is, Brett. It's TC Turner. Swing those arms, young man, for the TFL.
And you know what? I believe in Ottawa's locker room during halftime, they were saying to themselves, just keep on the pressure, and they'll get back into this game, possibly lead and win the game. And that's what we're seeing on this first play here. TC Turner with a great tackle for loss on Fennick.
And here's our latest update from Albuquerque. The Rustlers trailing 10-0 with 4 minutes and change to play in the second quarter. As now Jim Copeland Jr. gets involved here. That's his first catch of the half. And a very jubilant one, 3rd and 5.
Yes, and with that 2-yard loss, the playbook was now just going to pass to just get back into positive yardage on that one there. Copeland Jr. managed to get open, and now it's a 3rd and medium situation.
You see the secondary shifting. 5 defensive backs in the game for Ottawa. Price over the middle, and Price completes it. And was that Denny Bola again? Hard to tell until he gets up. Yes, it is Essex Denny Bola, number 11. Tremendous, who was very busy in the first half, and Denny Bola notches his first catch of the second half and moves the chains.
What we've seen a lot from Madison's offense is a lot of short plays and a lot of long plays. This time it was a medium play, which I think they should get to more of because Ottawa's not going to be ready for it.
Copeland and Blackwell to the bottom of your screen. Price will throw it 1st and 10. Another catch by Denny Bola. And Madison has another first down as Denny Bola puts it on the line over the middle.
The outstanding reach of a grab from Denibola there. Eric Price probably throwing it a little bit too far out of his reach, but Denibola had the awareness to just reach out a little bit further to grab that catch and kind of roll onto his back so he could secure the ball for the first down.
9:04 to play here in the third quarter. Madison driving down the field here in their first drive of the third quarter. It's Fennick, and Fennick gets a block and then takes a shot as he gains just a few yards. That's Harry Husky coming from his strong safety perch to put the hurting on Fennick. 2nd and 6.
And we've seen quite a bit of Harry Husky in these last couple drives here. He was relatively quiet in the first quarter just because of that defensive line. But now that when Trey Fennick is running that ball, it seems like he's just got a hawk eye on him, and he's gotten a couple tackles because of that.
Harry Husky, one of the more seasoned players in this cavalry defense. Fennick again up the middle. And Fennick held up by Kay Shine among others. And it's going to be a 3rd and 3 here for Madison on the cusp of field goal range.
And that was a really good separation of the gap for the offensive line of Madison. It was just that second line of defense coming through right away to stop Fennick in his tracks. And Ottawa's defense just trying to push them further.
They go with Fennick, and Fennick outruns his blocker, but gets the first down. Turn the corner before Paul Rambo could put a hurting on anybody for him. But Madison moves the chains nonetheless, 1st and 10.
You know, when the inside run doesn't work, they go outside. And Fennick going to the left side of the field there. Managed getting enough space, good blocking from that left side of the line, and getting that first down.
Tremendous effort by the Lynx on this opening drive of the second half. Trey Fennick will get a couple and then tripped up. It'll be 2nd and 8. The SFL's 3rd edition of SFLm playoffs kick off with semifinal action Wednesday, June 16th, after tonight's conclusion of the regular season. The 3rd SFLm championship game can be seen live on Sunday, June 20th on SFL YouTube. Start building your player today. Get on the field for next season. As Price throws over the middle, and that is caught. No, it's intercepted. Justin Reside watches the ball deflect into his hands off of Justice Blackwell, and Ottawa has the ball again.
That is just an unfortunate Butterfingers moment for Justice Blackwell. He had the pass essentially caught, maybe just rotated a little bit too much, was focusing on trying to be agile as opposed to catching the ball, and then just that slight deflection going to Justin Reside, being the right place, the right time kind of guy, getting that interception. And an interception in this league is an interception. You'll take it where you can get it.
Absolutely. And Ottawa will take this ball and start their drive from their own 19-yard line. With 6:55 to play here in the third quarter. Patterson will start in the shotgun. The blitz is picked up, and that ball is caught, and it's Vermillion, who I think has the first down. Hard to tell where he came out of bounds, but they're going to spot this at the 32, and it is a first down for Ottawa.
That's possibly a challengeable play here. Let's see what happens. That foot on the line, that foot on the first down marker, I would say that's a tough assessment there from up above. And it looks like they're not going to challenge it. So a first down for Ottawa.
Ottawa, the big gain. on their first play of the first drive of the third quarter. And there's Ellis, and Ellis has a blocker. And Ellis very close to busting that play. He's got himself very close to a first down, 2nd and 1.
And we haven't seen too much of Ellis here, which we could see more of in this second half. We know what capability he has because of his big game last week. It's just been overrun by the passing offense so far.
Patterson, short drop over the middle. That is caught by Roosevelt, and Roosevelt in plus territory for the Cavalry. And you see the quarterback comparison there. Patterson short on the yardage and short on the scoreboard, but looking to equalize, if not more so, as Ottawa enters into plus territory.
Nice zinger of a pass from Scar Patterson there with that overhand throw.
Totally agree. 1st and 10. Patterson out of the shotgun again. 4-man rush picked up so far.
Oh.
And that is intercepted. Kenny Miller with a huge leaping grab.
And
Takes away all the dreams for Ottawa, Brett.
That's just a dangerous pass to throw there when it comes to those arcing passes. If you want to pinpoint the spot in the out of bounds line, you've either got to zip that ball or you've got to arc it high enough where that defender isn't going to catch it. And Kenny Miller with those basketball tree trunk legs managed to grab that ball in the air, and now Madison swings the momentum back on their side.
Patterson's 2nd interception of the night. And now Eric Price will try and extend the lead of his team. And that is caught by Denny Bola. And we're playing all the hits here. Another out route from Denny Bola, 2nd and 5.
And Ottawa's defense, they were expecting Denebola to go deep on there. As you saw, Denebola had a whole wide open island of space on that out route. If he would have caught it a little bit closer in the middle of the field, that who knows how much he would have ran for it.
2nd and 5 here. Madison approaching midfield. Trey Fennick close to the first down, 3rd and inches.
We're seeing a good balance of running and passing here from this Madison offense. After you see a nice catch from Denebola, it's right back to Trey Fennick with a run a little bit on the outside, getting very close to that first down marker. Looks like Trey Fennick here gets the first down on another decent run down the middle and getting himself into really good territory for the Madison Lynx. Now Madison trudging down the field here as we get to 4:25 here left in the third quarter. Price gets away from that diving hit there, and it's intercepted down the middle of the field. And Ottawa, after throwing an interception of their own, Jim Conway repaying the Ottawa defense there with another interception. We're going back and forth here, ladies and gentlemen. And Ottawa back with the momentum here as we tick down away in the third quarter.
Brett, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, I apologize. We had a technical issue on this end. But I'm glad to be back. And it looks like Ottawa's glad to be back on offense. Scar Patterson will deal from his own 34. Throwing on first down. Throwing off his back foot. A dangerous throw. And gets away with it as Stephen Black could not haul it in. Out of the left flat, 2nd and 10.
And that's not what you want to see on your first play. Back after throwing an interception as another dangerous pass there. But this time it was just an intended deflection there. And that's exactly what happened. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Foreman checks into the game as well alongside Ellis. Short drop from Patterson. And a dangerous throw. And Patterson, who was lights out with the accuracy in the first half, has put a couple of dangerous balls out there. Ulysses Ulysses Yale, pardon me, with the pass deflection.
And we're seeing a lot of Scar Patterson from the late first quarter, beginning of second quarter here, where those passes are just, they're not connecting. And maybe you need to go back to the drawing board, or maybe you just need to rely more on Ellis here a little bit. We haven't seen a lot of him in this third quarter, but something's got to adjust for Ottawa here.
4 wide receivers for Ottawa. Westclaw to the right side of the formation. And it's a 7-step route for Patterson. Patterson slings it, and what a catch! And a couple of broken tackles by Westclaw. And Westclaw is in plus territory. How about that for some accuracy?
And that's what they need there. Scar Patterson looking a little bit shaky on those first 2 passes there. This time finds an open Westclaw down the middle, which he has been very open on a lot of plays so far. And this one, a big gain, and now essentially flipping the field.
Absolutely. Ottawa in plus territory. They're on the 39-yard line of Madison. Madison, 5 defensive backs in the game, playing with a lot of cushion here. Ellis gets a call on 1st and 10, and Ellis will get 1 after being stopped by Leon Thunderman. Stephen Black also in on the tackle, 2nd and 9.
And Ellis there, like you said, just basically got stopped. There was the gap there, but unfortunately Ellis just had 2 defenders right at him once he got past the offensive line, and just a short gain of 1 on this play.
And now 8 in the box for Madison, looking to take Ellis out of the equation. Patterson short drop, and Ellis does come up with a ball, this time via reception. But Madison manages to force the 3rd and long, 3rd and 7.
And with this one here, you have to think Ottawa wants to get closer and closer. This was about the area where you thought here, Josh, that they possibly could have kicked a field goal, but I think they want to go closer here.
Absolutely. 5 wide receivers now for Ottawa. What does Scar Patterson have in store? Oh, pressure coming, and that is serious pressure. And Patterson takes a shot from a virtually unguarded Justin Marlin. That's his 2nd sack of the game.
And we saw this in the first half where Marlin, again, wide open space. And you take your sacks where you get them. But if you're not getting covered by an offensive lineman, you're basically just telling them, hey, give me the sack. That's just another interesting awareness from that right guard, I would almost want to say on that.
No debate about 4th down now. Aiden Loft coming out to punt. Barely at the logo. He's going to try and put this one in the corner as well. There will be no return. Can Ottawa get down and cover it? It looks like they will. And that is down at the Madison 4. And Brett, for the 3rd time today, Madison will start a drive inside their own 5-yard line.
And that's definitely not what Madison wants here. When they want to get their offense going again after scoring on their first drive, working with 96 yards to play with is so tough. And they're gonna probably start with a couple runs here, which is pretty normal when you're inside the 5. But you have to think maybe risking it for a pass to get out of this area.
Bunch set at the top of your screen for Price. Price drops back into his own end zone, deals to the left side, and look who it is. Essex Denny Bola, and Denny Bola comes up with a 1st down.
And it was just great awareness from Eric Price to get to his favorite target, which it feels like Denibola has his 65th reception of the day here. He's been open on a lot of chances so far in this game here. And again, it's another out route. This one, a deep out route to get him to the 1st down there. Great play call from Price and Denibola.
Update from Albuquerque at the half. Adams leading the Rustlers 20-0. So everything coming up Madison at this point. Madison needs a win, and they need Salt Lake City to lose to make it to the postseason. Eric Price nursing a 4-point lead here. Will hand off to Trey Fennick. And Trey Fennick takes a shot at the line, but he'll get a yard. 2nd and 9, Harry Husky on the tackle.
And you have to think from Madison's side, a 4-point Lloyd, as you like to say here, is just not enough of a lead to secure. So they need to start kicking it up on offense here.
I've not spoken to 4-point Lloyd since high school. I hope he's doing well. 2nd and 9, Price out of the shotgun. Dealing over the middle of the field, and that is very well defended by Jim Conway. Justice Blackwell, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and long.
And Conway having a good set, especially in this quarter here, getting the interception earlier, having great coverage on this pass. This Ottawa secondary has been ready to play despite Denabola getting a lot of catches here. They haven't been for long catches, I'll say that right now, but Ottawa's secondary doing a great job so far.
6 defensive backs for Ottawa. Speaking of that secondary on the field right now. Price, deep drop on 3rd and 9, pressure coming, and that is intercepted. Tremendous field position now for Ottawa, and it's Central McCollum coming up with a pick.
And just, again, when it comes to that secondary, it's just great awareness to know where those receivers are going. That Ottawa secondary has done a great job with their film days this week to recognize where Denabola is going, especially on this play here. And now Ottawa, great field position, already in field goal range.
3rd interception from Eric Price, and now Patterson will hand off to Adrian Ellis, who runs up the middle for a huge gain, a very significant gain at least. And you see the numbers there for Adrian Ellis. Incredibly respectable 4.8 yards a pop, and it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many running plays from Ellis here, but getting close to 5 yards a carry is what you want to see from your running backs here. So a lot of scouts taking a closer eye on this drive from Ottawa here to see if Ellis gets the ball more.
Foreman checks back in at fullback, offset eye for Ottawa. It's Ellis again. Ellis has the 1st down. And Ellis meets Stephen Black at the line of scrimmage and gets the better of that exchange, arguably. And it's 1st and goal for Ottawa.
It's a nice blocking play done there.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The teams have to switch sides, but you could stay right there. More SFLm action coming your way. You're watching the regular season finale of SFLm on YouTube. Scar Patterson, thanks to an Ottawa interception, started this drive in field goal range. Can he get into touchdown range? Ellis gets the handoff. Ellis inside the 5. Ellis very close to the goal line. They're going to spot this inside the 1, Brett.
That is so close to the end zone there. Adrian Ellis, he had those eyes where he was looking for that touchdown and just stopped right at the SFL chin hairline. Just an amazing run from Ellis and a great stop from the defense to prevent the touchdown.
And now 8 in the box for Madison. Ellis, touchdown! Ottawa takes the lead.
And that's not what Madison wants here when the other game going down the other way there. They know that the other team is losing to get to that playoff spot, and if they want to have their playoff hopes in their own hands, they can't allow this to happen here. And now Ottawa takes the lead here, and that spoiler game for Ottawa being successful in this 4th quarter start.
In Ottawa, after many trips into plus territory, had to settle for a field goal on their opening drive, had the interception from J-Rock, the interception from Kenny Miller. Finally finds the promised land from the feet of Adrian Ellis. And it's the foot of George Murphy that puts that extra point through, and Ottawa leads 10-7. The SFL broadcast team is looking to add new talent to our ranks of broadcasters. Applications are being accepted now to try out for either play-by-play or analyst broadcasting positions. No prior experience is required, just a love for the game and a desire to succeed. The application can be found on our website at simulationfl.net/broadcasting. And Hugh McClenny will get this out to the 27, and now Madison, for the first time since early in this game, will play from behind. Eric Price, 3 interceptions on the evening. You see the numbers there for Trey Fennick, an incredibly respectable 4.9 yards a pop. Price will start out of the offset eye, and there is Trey Fennick. And Fennick gets a block, but not one block too few, and it's Harry Husky again, who has been a monster defending the run, 2nd and 8.
And yeah, Harry Husky's had an excellent second half here. getting the key stops, especially on Trey Fennec, basically reading where he goes, essentially, once he gets that football. And Ottawa's done a great job the second half limiting this Madison offense.
Heavy set for Madison. Play action to the fullback. They will throw to Fennec, and that is going to be good for maybe a yard. Almost negligible, Brett, 3rd and 8.
That almost looked to be out of bounds on that catch, though. Very tough to see from this side of the booth here. But nonetheless, if it is ruled a catch, a great stop by Ottawa there to limit essentially no yardage on that.
And now 3rd and long. This Ottawa defense has been getting the job done tonight. What can Eric Price do here on a long drop? Pump fake. Going to the left side. And look who it is. It's a catch by Denny Bullock, but he's just short of the line. They're not going to give him the first down. It's 4th and inches. Brett, what do you do?
It's tough to say here. There's still a lot of clock left, and with only 3 points to play against here, you could play it safe and get a punt down the line here, which it looks like what's going to happen. But you could also play aggressive. But this time they're going to punt for it and hope their defense stops them.
I think the consideration you have to make, Brett, is if you do not get it, you almost put Ottawa back at field goal range, and they could make it a 6-point game, which goal benefit away from you. Madison could tie this game with a field goal. As we watch Vermillion take another beating on the special team side of things. And now Scar Patterson, who found the end zone on his last drive, thanks to Adrian Ellis. We'll try again, starting from his own 26 with 9:16 to play in regulation. Foreman in the game. Short drop by Patterson. Pressure coming. He gets it away. And that is Westcloud. And Westcloud is actually going to lose yardage on the reception. 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and Westcloud collecting that catch a little bit behind scrimmage there, still with the defender essentially draped on him there. And he was lucky to only lose a yard there, as it looked like he was pushed back even further. And now Ottawa faces a 2nd and long here.
Offset eye for Ottawa. Westcloud in the slot. That is thrown, and that is caught by Ryan Roosevelt. Just on a simple slant, and Roosevelt made it a catch and run, and they're out to the 40.
And so far, 2 passing plays here. And I like the aggressive attitude from Ottawa here to continue to go down the field with these aggressive passes. 3 points, it's almost not a lead at this point. So you want to get as many points as possible to separate yourselves from yourself and the opponent. And that's exactly what Ottawa's trying to do here.
Patterson has had success throwing the ball down the field. Will he do so again here? Yes, he will. And that is caught. And that is Westcloud again with a nice gain on first down, 7 yards to make it 2nd and 3.
We've seen a lot of these just straight routes from Westcloud here to get himself open in the middle of the field, with Madison more so focusing on the receivers here. And when you're open, you get the catch.
Standard 4-3 look for Madison. Patterson, short drop. That is caught again. And Patterson to Westcloud, turning out to be a winning combination as the pair yield another first down for the Cavalry.
And as each first down happens for Ottawa, the clock keeps ticking here, which now is down to 7.5 minutes. So this is just smart play calling from Ottawa here to continue this drive.
Westcloud at the tight end set. Patterson throwing, looking again, and it's Cole Vermillion making a big catch. And he's the one delivering a little punishment now to Madison. It's another first down.
And the aggressiveness of Ottawa continues here. This time, Vermillion getting himself open on that, basically a streak route it looked like to be on there. Getting himself open, getting a sliding catch, and Ottawa getting closer and closer here to scoring even more points and getting further and further ahead in this game.
Ottawa in field goal range at this point. Adrian Ellis, the lone setback here. He will get the ball, and he's blown up. And that might put them out of field goal range. And it's number 99 for Madison, Dean Lear. A tremendous TFL at just the right time for the Lynx.
That's exactly what you said there. It was a great time to stop that Ottawa momentum from carrying forward here as Dean Lear gets the stop on Ellis.
Patterson, 3-step drop, going for it all, and it's caught by Roosevelt. What a tremendous catch, and now 1st and goal for Ottawa.
And that's great awareness from quarterback and wide receiver to see the open man and get the open catch on there. There wasn't a lot of space to get that catch there. J-Rock was pretty close to Roosevelt on that, but just give him a little bit of space and Roosevelt will make the catch. And now 1st and goal close to the 5-yard line for Ottawa.
Not a perfect throw, but as you noted, Brett, a tremendous adjustment by Roosevelt. And now Patterson and company knocking on the door again. 6 minutes to play in the game. Ellis up the middle. Madison needs a stop here to hold them to 6 points, and they get one so far. That is Nathaniel Diggs coming up huge on the goal line set, 2nd and goal.
A great swarm from Diggs and Stephen Black on that with that swarming, I would say, assisted tackles from both players there to stop Ellis in his tracks.
Madison looking to keep Patterson out of the end zone. 2nd and goal, short drop. Patterson has time. It's bounced and dropped by Ellis. An unbelievable drop. We've seen Adrian Ellis handle balls more difficult than that. And that one might come back to haunt the Cavalry, 3rd and goal.
Yeah, Adrian Ellis, it looked like it deflected off his middle finger there, which caused a little bit of airtime on that deflection. Just an unfortunate bobble and drop from Ellis, and now it's 3rd and goal where they've made no progress on this set of downs.
Not a perfect throw by any stretch, and the Madison defense was there. This time Ellis will take it on the ground, and Ellis is in for the touchdown, his 2nd of the day.
And great blocking done by that offensive line to give Ellis the space that he needs to go down the middle, and another 6 points for Adrian Ellis in Ottawa, giving themselves more space here, playing the spoiler to near perfection in the second half here, limiting Madison to no points in the second half and getting 2 touchdowns, and potentially with this extra point could be a 2-possession game.
The lead is currently 9 with 5:24 to play in regulation. This kick from George Murphy would make it a 10-point lead. And it is so. And Brett, as you noted, it's now a 2-possession affair. Madison's got to find the end zone on at least one of these and then find a way to get the ball back.
Yeah, with 5.5 left to go in this 4th quarter, there's still plenty of time to work with here, especially if you can get this drive to be a quick touchdown drive. But we'll have to see how Ottawa continues their defensive dominance in the second half.
Eric Price, who has thrown 3 interceptions on the day, will come out and try and deliver a comeback to get his team into the SFLm playoffs. Madison needs to win, and Salt Lake City needs to lose for the Lynx to reach the postseason. Albuquerque's doing their part. They're beating Salt Lake City right now. Eric Price will deal over the middle, and that is caught, and that is Denny Bola. And they're going to give him the 1st down, 1st and 10.
That's a hot potato game there going down the field there. It looked like 2 Ottawa defenders had their hands on the ball, but Denibola is going to be the guy with the catch there, and forward progression for Madison here. And I think they need to continue to stay aggressive and get those deep passes down the field.
Clock continues to run. Less than 5 minutes remaining here. Trey Fennick will get the ball. And Fennick, with a nice gain on 1st down, makes it 2nd and 4, and here comes the hurry up. Price, short drop, looking for Fennick again, and Fennick cannot get out of bounds. It's 3rd and 1, and the clock running again, less than 4.5 to play.
With Paul Rambo with the catch there.
Paul Rambo, excuse me. Great eyes on that, Brett. And there's thrown in. Denny Bola over the middle, making a huge catch. And Madison continuing to hurry up the ball at the Ottawa 37 at this point. The Ottawa defense on their heels at the moment. Dropped by Price, and that is caught. Copeland Jr. with the catch. It's a short one, 2nd and 6. And Price having a little rhythm here, Brett. Very short drop this time on 2nd and 6. Hit as he thrown. It's incomplete. And that was T.C. Turner. Who else? Coming up with the pressure on that play. Brett, what do you want to see here on 3rd and 6?
3rd and 6, I believe you have to go with your tried and true post route down the middle to Denabola there, because that's going to get you a touchdown. They can't go short on this one.
4 wide receivers in the game for Madison. Play action to Fennec. Pressure coming. And that is caught. And the receiver is short of the line to gain. And that was Hugh McClenny, the special teams ace. And it's 4th and 2, and Madison's got to go for it. Clock continues to run.
That's exactly what they're going to do here, is actually kick the ball and hopefully
maybe not.
get an onside kick recovery here.
You need the field goal and the touchdown. The order isn't consequential. This will be from 45 yards. And it's up and it's good. Joseph Bumgardner doing his part. The lead has been cut to 7. Do you like the strategy, Brett?
It's an interesting strategy here. I think that was one of the 2 scenarios they could have gone with here. I think it's more so them relying on getting this onside kick here, which Bumgarner needs to place a great kick in order for this to happen. It doesn't happen too often that an onside kick gets recovered by the same team.
Kick is away. And it is recovered by Ottawa. That is Leyland Nichols, who's had a pretty good game so far. And Ottawa is going to keep this ball with great field position and pressure on the Madison defense here with 3:17 to play.
And what Madison needs to do is get them to a quick 3 and out. But it depends on how Ottawa plays this. Are they going to stay aggressive with these passes, or are they going to give it to Ellis?
They do give it to Ellis, and Ellis stopped at the line. It's going to be technically a TFL. And Leon Thunderman, who has brought the hurt, multiple TFLs for him in this game, 2nd and 11.
That's 1 stop for Madison here. They need to do it 2 more times. Ottawa arguably is out of field goal range here, so they need to keep them where they are so Madison can get the ball back here.
Clock continues to run. 2:47 left in regulation. Bunch formation at the top of your screen. Patterson has only Ellis in the backfield. They're going to let this run down. And Patterson will throw here. Going to the left side.
Oh.
And it's caught by Roosevelt. What a huge catch. And Roosevelt in the red zone.
That is big for Ottawa there. Outside of field goal range, and Scar Patterson throwing what I think is a great pass. Basically, 3 defenders trying to get that pass there deflected off, and he managed to grab the catch there. Just an amazing play from Ottawa, and now they have all the momentum on this drive.
Patterson put that ball where only his receiver could reach it, and even his receiver had to jump to get it. A tremendous gain, and that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Madison, their backs up against the wall. Ottawa looking for their 3rd win of the season. Let's see how it all goes down here at the exciting conclusion. You're watching the SFLm on YouTube. Power eye now for Ottawa. 1st and 10. There's Ellis. Ellis gets a block. Ellis to the 5-yard line. And now Madison has no choice but to start using timeouts.
What great blocking from the Ottawa's offensive line to give Ellis that space on the left side here. C71 there getting ahead and getting that first block to give Ellis enough space to get to that 1st down. And Ottawa, with all the momentum inside the 5, they could do anything that they want at this point.
Jerry Jones, the guard, making that outstanding block. 1:55 to play here. 8 in the box for Madison. They're trying to keep Ellis out of the end zone and save as much time as they can for an Eric Price comeback. Patterson throwing to the corner.
Oh.
That is caught. Touchdown. Ryan Roosevelt getting it done.
And wide open in the back of the end zone there is Roosevelt. And Scar Patterson gets his first touchdown of the game. And Ottawa now has a clear-cut 13-point lead, making it extremely difficult for Madison to work with here. If Madison wants to keep their hopes alive, they need to pull a rabbit out of their hats.
And one rabbit by itself may not do it, Brett, as George Murphy lines up for this extra point to make it a 14-point game. Madison's had a great season. Ottawa, a very slow start, had the week 1 bye. But as they have added players, that is a team that I've had the fortune of watching more than once. And I'm telling you, they have gotten better every single week. Every time I've seen them, they've been a better team. And their defense, with 3 interceptions against Derek Price in Madison, who had playoff aspirations and still do. McClenny to the 30. And that is where Madison will set the foundation of their comeback hopes and dreams.
And they're going to have to start looking deep here. And we're going to see probably a lot of looks to Denabola here. I would love to see Blackwell go deep in here as well as Copeland Jr., which we haven't seen too much of here. So you got to think deep on this drive.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. Price in the shotgun. Ottawa not fooling around. 6 defensive backs on the field for them. Over the middle. That's caught. Copeland Jr. just short of the line to gain. Doesn't matter at this point. Madison will hurry up. They're going to save those 2 timeouts.
They need to at this point.
Price again. Pump fake. Over the middle again. It's Denny Bola. And Denny Bola has the links in plus territory.
This is what
hurry
they're
up
looking
again.
For.
Denny Bola, the far bottom wide receiver. Price, short drop over the middle. And that is intended for Blackwell. No, excuse me. That is Victor Williamson, the backup wide receiver. Incomplete. It does stop the clock with 1:18 to play.
Looked like he had the catch in his hands, and it was just basically rocked out of his hands there from 21, which is Justin Reside here, which we've seen a lot of. 1 interception with him already. He's been very key on that Ottawa secondary.
Justin Reside. The growth of that young man over the course of this season parallels that of his team. Price on 2nd and 10. Rush is coming over the middle, and that is intercepted. And Ottawa will get a nice return on this, and that is Terrence Pearson. And that will ice the game pretty much, Brett.
And I think that's his 2nd interception of the game. Terrence Pearson, again, that Ottawa secondary has been on point throughout this entire game. They've limited their Madison's main receiver in short catches, maybe a few long ones, but they've done really, really well against the lethal Madison team, which scored 34 last week and limited them to only 10.
Just an outstanding effort at home by the Ottawa team. And they're going to continue to throw, and Patterson complete to Roosevelt again, and Madison will burn their 2nd timeout.
And at this point, I think Ottawa's just passing for first down so that they can get Madison to use their last 2 timeouts. Another great catch from Ryan Roosevelt here to get to that first down. And if the pass game is working, you might as well keep going to burn those timeouts.
Totally agree. And you know who else agrees with you is Scar Patterson. And it looks like we are going to see, even though Madison has 1 timeout remaining, Patterson will take a knee here. And that's going to be all she wrote, Brett. An outstanding game, but Ottawa had Madison's number tonight.
Yeah, and it was just all the second half for Ottawa there. Ottawa they weren't finding anything offensively in that first half. Some kind of communication was talked in the locker room by the coaching staff, which basically lit a fire under their butts to get them in high gear on the offense, and it just worked for Ottawa as they play spoiler here tonight.
And back in Albuquerque, the Adams lead the Salt Lake City Rustlers 30-0. And the Rustlers are going to get a mulligan as Ottawa saves Salt Lake's season. And the Rustlers will face the Adams again in just 5 days in the opening round of the SFLm playoffs. Congratulations to the Ottawa Cavalry, just their 3rd win of the season. As you said, Brent, in the spoiler role, getting it done against a terrific Madison Lynx team.
And I think for any eliminated team that knows that they're going to play spoiler, I think it becomes a little bit more fun to try to eliminate another team out of the playoffs and basically say, hey, you're the same boat as us, just deal with it kind of situation. I've dealt with it a few times being a Vancouver Legion member during the inaugural seasons with them, and we've played spoiler to a couple games, and I always feel like it's a fun time to play spoiler. I don't know about you.
It's always nice to play in a game that means something, even if it only means something to the other team. The GGs are in the chat, and we are officially out of football here. The final score, Ottawa 24, Madison 10. Brett, your thoughts on the game?
Basically, it was just an outstanding second half performance from the defensive line of Ottawa, which got to Eric Price, I want to say 8 times, getting 8 sacks, and then getting 4 key interceptions, especially late in the third quarter when Madison was threatening for points. So a lot of credit to the secondary for Ottawa here. I would give them all co-players of the game for this one. What do you think of the play of the game?
Very difficult to argue with that. 4 interceptions by that Ottawa secondary. All of those, Brett, in the second half. We had 2 touchdowns from Adrian Ellis, who had a very nice game. And then Ryan Roosevelt, who made not only a huge catch to get his team into the red zone, but then also caught a touchdown to put that game on ice. I really think TC Turner, if we're going to, make an inspired pick here, you see number 50 right there. He did that most of the game, putting a lot of pressure on Eric Price and just making that run game with Trey Fennick not as effective as it would have been, because we see Adrian Ellis with that second run into the end zone. I think Ottawa played top to bottom as a team just fantastic. I think Adrian Ellis will get the call. I would love to see it go to TC Turner. I think that entire defense, you could cut that game ball 11 ways, and that would be fine with me.
I exactly agree with that. I feel like it'll probably go to Adrian Ellis, but I would give that, splitting it to Ballot, Turner, Kay Shine, O'Rourke, Forge, Terrence Pearson, even like Mitch Trunk and Bruce Horn. They were vital in applying pressure to Eric Price and basically throwing him off his game the entire second half.
Madison will finish their season at 4-4. Ottawa, just 1 game behind, will finish their season at 3-5. And as we close out the SFLm regular season, Brett, we've seen a lot of young players, and we have not seen the last of them by any stretch. We're going to hear a lot of these names called for the season 17 draft. And here it comes, your player of the game, Adrian Ellis. 20 attempts, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Fantastic effort by the running back and the entire personnel of the Ottawa Cavalry team. Congrats to Ottawa. And congratulations to the Madison Lynx also on a terrific season. Your final score from Ottawa, Cavalry 24, Madison 10. For Brett Solberg and Cameron Irvine, I'm Josh Circle. Good night from Ottawa.